All right, we're here. We made it. We're live. All right, let's fire this thing up. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Monday Night Live. I'm your host, Jordon Cox. Welcome in. Come on in. If you're waiting for my beautiful face to show up on screen, get in here. Let's go. Come on. Let's go now. Come on in. Drop a comment. Let me know that you're here. Say hi. Whether you're on YouTube, on Facebook, joining us live. Say hey. Say hey, what's up? Or just say hey. How you doing? Jim, seems like you just did this. The weeks are all just blending together at this point, right, Jim? Hey, Dave, how you doing? Hello, Mark. Or, sorry, hello, Bill. Bill Mark. Robert, what a great night Saturday in Bridgeport. Sunday was total opposite. Yep. Billy had a rough night last night. Clay, what's up, man? Hi. Patrick, how you doing? Hi. Yeah, a lot of good racing this weekend, this past week. The boys had some up and down nights between Mike and Billy. We'll get into that a little bit here. I'm actually thinking about, I haven't actually watched the video for Billy's win at Bridgeport. Just been busy since Sunday and most of today. I watched last night's video real quick while I was getting ready for tonight, just because it was short. It was short. I was like, oh, well, that means something bad happened. I saw the result. I haven't had a chance to talk to Billy about last night. I saw the result. I saw the video was short, and I said, well, let me knock this out real quick, see what we ended up with. And, yeah, he had a rough night at Big Diamond. A lot of guys had some rough goings there out in Pennsylvania. So, but maybe we'll, like I said, maybe we'll watch some of the Bridgeport win right here a little bit later on, because I haven't seen it. We'll just kind of go through it and watch some of it. Watch some of the cool stuff. Don, sup? Caden Klein, what's going on? You guys inspired me to dirt racing. Got myself a champ cart. My rap is all about you guys. Well, that's really cool. That's really cool. Hey, I don't really know much about champ carts, but it's a great place to start. And that's really cool. Tag DTU in some pictures once you get them. I know Mike, Mandee, and Billy would love to see that stuff. So that's really cool. That's really, really cool to hear. Hi, Emma. Go to bed. Doing good, Don. How are you? Yeah, we want to see it. We want to see it, kid. Yeah. Should have been Eldora. Saturday night was yes. Some good racing out in Eldora. You can't beat it. Shangri-La 2 reopened on Saturday. I don't have results for that, no. But thanks for coming in, Wally. No, I don't have any results for that. Random question from the MG Racing. Is that the name? Random question I should probably know, but has Mike ever driven a late model? Would he ever drive one? What else has he driven besides big blocks? I don't think he's ever been in a late model. I think just modifieds and sportsmen. But Mike, if you're watching, correct me. Speedster. I know I've seen him in a Speedster. I don't know if he ever ran 600s or anything like that. So he has driven a late model. Okay, well, there you go. Mike's dad Jim is right here to help us out. So there you go. He's driven a late model. Like I said, I've only ever seen him in a Speedster and in our modified type cars. Never seen him in anything else. I don't know when he did that. Probably, all right, yeah, Slingshot back in the day when he was starting out. I think I've seen pictures of him in Slingshots. And right on cue, Clay says Slingshot. There you go. Got another DTU driver that'll be running a late model here this year for the first time. Billy Pauch Jr. He announced that a couple months back. I know he's, well, sprint cars, yes. God damn, Jim, thank you. Yeah, sprint cars, yeah, the 360 sprints. Man, I forgot he ran, what was it, the Empire sprints up there in New York? Man, I forgot. It's crazy what you forget. Yes. Yeah, he ran the sprint cars, but it ran good and won races. Was really good in that. Really good in those sprint cars. Good crowd up there at Eldora. Nice, nice. So he did run 270s and 600s, Jim. Okay, makes sense. I mean, that's a path for a lot of drivers. So yes, yeah, he ran well in the sprints. Yep, my dad remembered before I could. Oh, he ran a 410 against the Outlaws. Wow, I didn't know that. Howdy, Pilgrim. Michael, we have to have a chat soon. Past gravel, nice. Well, he is a wheelman. I'd like to see Mike Mahaney in a pavement modified one time. That'd be cool. I think he's suited for asphalt. I think he would transfer over pretty well. Mike seems like he could. He's a talented race car driver, so if you got the talent, you can do it. And he's got it. Jim's just going to sit here. Jim, you're just going to sit here and just rattle everything off. Just keep rattling it off. We have to have a chat soon, you said. If so, I didn't do it. No, it's not bad. Not bad. Just seeing your name reminded me that I needed to talk to you. Completely well, not unrelated, but just my brain going, name, say the thing. Ford Focus Midget says, Jim, that's, I don't know what that is. All right, let's get into some results here. A lot of racing in the National Touring Series. Series plural, right? I actually have. Oh, and speaking of you, Jim, I got all my winners updated on the scroll at the bottom. So that was made sure I didn't miss anything. Everything's updated. So we're good to go there. It was in North Carolina. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. That sounds fun. That sounds real fun. Let's get through some of the results here. National Series stuff. We'll start off with, as I do every week, with the World of Outlaws sprint cars. They were at Haswiken with their return to Canada. I think it said it had been 8 years. 8 years since the World of Outlaws sprint cars had been to Canada. Thursday the 14th, up at Haswiken, the night one of the Federated Auto Parts Showdown at Haswiken, was won by none other than David Gravel, who we were just talking about. David Gravel would take the win over Sheldon Hodenschild, Carson Macedo, Bill Baylog, and Jordon Thomas. Stuart Friesen made a start in the 410 sprint cars up there. He finished 21st. Seemed like he had a rough night in his first night back into a 410 sprint car. Night 2, it would be an Oswegan sweep for Gravel, as he would come from 5th to win the finale of the Federated Auto Parts Showdown on Friday night. David Gravel picking up finale win. Adam Morrell, Dylan Westbrook, Sheldon Hodenschild, Chris Wyndham. Friesen lined up 11. There. They were supposed to run at Cornwall Sunday. On the Hartsource World of Outlaws debate. Cornwall Speedway. Just the rain. Standard. Outlaws. So now next up for the World of Outlaws, 3 nights out in Ohio. Attica Raceway Park, Sharon Speedway. Calendar for the World of Outlaws. The World of Outlaws late models race Thursday night. Tim McCready would pick up the win in the Real American Beer World of Outlaws Late Models Series. Tim McCready over Ashton Winger, Brian Shirley, Drake Troutman, and Bobby Pierce. Thursday night at Raceway 7 in Ohio. It was 1 year. What? I didn't write it down. 1 year to the day that Tim's father passed away, Barefoot Bob McCready. So pretty cool that for him to pick up the victory. And have a really neat celebration. Oh. Yep. All right. So I gotta. All right. See, it's not coming in here, so that's why I couldn't hear that. All right. So I have to. So if I do that, is it better now? All right. So I just needed to do that. All right. Not a problem. Let's see here. All right. So we got Tim McCready winning on Thursday. Saturday, the 17th, at Marion Center Raceway, it was Bobby Pierce picking up the win over Nick Hoffman and Ryan Gustin. So Bobby Pierce picked up the win on Saturday. And then, so now I need to just be ready for everything to have very loud volume. Sunday night, Tim McCready would pick up his second win of the weekend. Tim McCready picking up the win at Bedford Speedway on Sunday night. Tim McCready, Bobby Pierce, Dustin Sorensen would round up the top three. There's McCready throwing real American beer all over the place. Next up for the World of Outlaws, late models. St. Louis Firecracker Face-Off, Friday, June 20th. So they're off for quite a while. June 20th and the 21st. It's their first time back in Pevely since 2022. And the series will combine with the Summer Nationals for 2 nights in St. Louis, in the St. Louis Firecracker Face-Off. So June 20th, so nothing for the World of Outlaws late models till the 20th and the 21st of June. The Outlaw Midgets were off this past weekend, but they're back in action wherein they combine with the Rocky Mountain Midget Racing Association for the first time ever in the 9th annual Midget Roundup at Airport Raceway. It's a 3-day event on the Memorial Day weekend, so this upcoming weekend, with racing Friday and Saturday, the 24th and the 25th. So that's when you can catch the Extreme Outlaw Midget Series racing again. Some comments here. Travis, you give a great recap every week. Really enjoy your show. Thanks, Travis. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. And thank you guys for helping me out with the noise. Didn't know. Appreciate it. Don, hey, from Glen Falls. What's up, Don? How you doing? Let's see here. Lucas Oil late models are up next here. The Malvern Bank presents the High Bank Heist, night 1 at Eagle Raceway. For the Lucas Oil late models, that was on Thursday. That was Thursday night. Ricky Thornton Jr. would pick up the win over Jonathan Davenport, Kyle Bronson, Devin Moran, and Garrett Alberson, rounding out the top 5 there. So there's Thornton victory lane. Thornton was good this past weekend as well. The second night of the High Bank Heist at Eagle Raceway was won by Jonathan Davenport over Hudson O'Neill, Kyle Bronson, Brandon Shepard, and Garrett Alberson. That was Friday the 16th, with Davenport picking up the win. And on the third night, breaking the bank for $50,000 in the High Bank Heist at Eagle Raceway. Ricky Thornton Jr. over Jonathan Davenport, Devin Moran, Tyler Bruning, and Brandon Overton. So there's Ricky Thornton Jr. celebrating much like any of us would if we had just won $50,000. So pretty cool. Good racing. Neat track. Good racing by those boys. In the mix there, well, right after, or the day after my last broadcast, on Tuesday the 13th, was the fourth night of the Flow Racing Night in America, presented by Kubota. And that was at Marshalltown Speedway on the 13th, so Tuesday the 13th. Flow Racing Night in America. And
so he leads them off.
That was won by Hudson O'Neill. So Tuesday on the 13th at Marshalltown Speedway, Hudson O'Neill would take home $20,000 over Brandon Overton, Bobby Pierce, Justin Duty, and Jonathan Davenport. So Hudson O'Neill, see him hustling there. Get to the lead. Overton gave him everything he wanted. But O'Neill would hold him off and pick up the win. Pick up the 20 Gs. The next event for the Flow Racing Night in America series will be Wednesday, June 4th at Eldora. Another 20,000 to win race for the late models. Good racing. Neat little track there. Marshalltown Speedway. As you can see, Hudson, he earned it. Overton kind of gave him a run there for a little bit, and then he kind of ran away from him. Good racing from those guys. Good racing from those guys. The High Limit Series up next here. They ran one race, Ransomville, up in New York. Justin Peck would take home the win on Friday, the 16th. It's the only race they got in this past weekend for the High Limit Series. They were originally supposed to run, was it Wednesday? Yep, Wednesday the 14th. They were supposed to be running at Fremont Speedway, but that was canceled due to the weather. That's actually being rescheduled, so look out for that. I think July 14th, it says. Yep, July 14th. They rescheduled that race at Fremont. But they did get the race in at Ransomville in New York on Friday with Justin Peck, as you see him there, taking the win over Tyler Courtney, Aaron Reitzel, Rico Abreu, and Danny Varon. Danny Varon popping into the top 5 there. It was pretty cool. Saturday night, their event at Utica Rome was canceled by rain, like much of the racing up here in the Northeast. But up next for the High Limit Series, they'll be returning to the Keystone State of Pennsylvania on Tuesday. So tomorrow, the 20th, the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series is back. Thunder on the Hill at Grandview Speedway. So tomorrow at Grandview, watch the High Limit Series. You can watch them on Flow, or you can go to Grandview and watch them in person. Winged, non-winged sprint car, winged or non-winged sprint cars at Grandview. Always a great show. Highly recommend. And then after that, they will be, let's see, they'll be going to Port Royal. That's right, Port Royal, for a 3-day weekend stay at Port Royal for $75,000 to win purse, Friday through Sunday, 23rd through 25th. So you can catch High Limit Series up here in Pennsylvania. Let's see here. Oops. Vince, you'll be there. Nice. Like I said, great show. 410s, whether they're winged or not winged at Grandview, always put on a show. Let's see here. Next, we got the USAC midgets. They were at the Belleville. They were at the Belleville Speedway, Belleville Short Track for the midgets. Night one at the Belleville Short Track, won by Justin Grant over Thomas Meserol, Kevin Thomas Jr., Steven Snyder Jr., and Kanan McIntosh. 30 lapper there on the quarter mile of the Belleville Short Track. The 40 lapper the next night, won by Kanan McIntosh over Cale Drake, Gavin Miller, Jacob Denny, Jerry Coons Jr. And then the USAC midgets went to the Sweet Springs Motorsports Complex in Missouri, where Cale Drake would pick up the win. That was last night. Sunday, Cale Drake would pick up the win over Justin Grant, Drake Edwards, Riley Kreisel, and Logan Seavey. Next up for the USAC midgets, they'll be at Circle City Raceway in Indiana on June 3rd for the 21st annual USAC Indiana Midget Week. So that should be the start of Indiana Midget Week for them over at Circle City Raceway. The USAC wingless sprints, the 410s are off. They get back in action here Wednesday, the 21st, over at Terre Haute in Indiana, at the Terre Haute Action Track. The Silver Crown Series was also at the Belleville High Banks on the half mile. Really cool to watch those races with the midget track on, the quarter mile on the inside and the half mile on the outside. I mean, obviously we see that kind of stuff with Bridgeport up here, but this setup was pretty neat. Both tracks, a lot of banking. It was pretty cool. I think you'll actually see it here in the clip I pull up. For the Silver Crown Series, Justin Grant will pick up the would.
With the white, we've got one to go.
Yeah, you can see the quarter mile in the center there. Like I said, a lot of banking in both racetracks. Big track that they're on right there. But Justin Grant picking up the win in the 50 lapper over Jake Swanson, CJ Leary, Chase Stockton, and Logan Seavey. Tough break for Briggs Danner. Briggs Danner was, I believe he was running second or running third, going for second, and they had some issues. He ended up dropping out. I want to say maybe just after halfway. Briggs was running pretty good there. So tough break for him. But as you can see, Justin Grant picking up the win. For the Silver Crown Series, and they will be back in action. They'll be running on the asphalt next time they run at the Lucas Oil Raceway Park in Indiana for the 68th Hoosier 100. So that's pretty cool. Always cool to see those cars kind of go back and forth. Let's see here. Silver Crown be back in action then. An update for the Super Dirt Car Series. The next race up for the Super Dirt Car Series will be the Heroes Remembered 100, Sunday the 25th. They will be running over at Weedsport Speedway. Let's see here. Running 100 laps for $7,500 to win over at Weedsport this upcoming Sunday. And then they'll be running the Natural 77 on Monday the 26th. It will honor Dale Plank with the lone stop at Thunder Mountain Speedway in New York. For the Natural 77, it's 7,700, so 7,700 to win. Prize on the line in the 77 lap feature. So you can catch Super Dirt Car Series this upcoming weekend over the Memorial Day weekend at Weedsport on Sunday, and then Thunder Mountain Speedway on Monday. Sunday, Monday. So good for us modified people to get hopefully get some racing in this weekend. Jessica, hi, how are you? Thanks for coming in, stopping by and saying hi. Appreciate it. So that'll be cool. Probably good time to say it now. So we've got some things in the works here. Bounce some ideas off of the Pauch Mahaneys. Mike and Mandee, bounce some ideas off of them. Something to do a little bit different next week, with Monday obviously being a holiday. We will still have a Monday Night Live show. It's probably going to be a little bit different. Got some different things planned. The tentative plan right now is for Sunday for the Weedsport, the Weedsport race. We want to do a pre-race, race day type show that I'll be hosting. We'll get some other drivers to join me. We'll talk to Mike and Mandee while they're at the racetrack. Prior to the race getting started, to kind of lead you into the broadcast of the race at Weedsport on Sunday. That's the tentative plan right now. I say tentative because we just gotta iron some things out, but keep a lookout for that. I will post about that in the days leading up. Make sure everybody is tuned in and ready. We're gonna have some fun. Like I said, we'll bring some drivers in via like Zoom and stuff. I'm gonna have some buddies of mine come in. We'll talk racing. We'll talk about the guys that are gonna be running in the show. We have something similar planned. Well, not similar. We have something, like I said, different planned for next Monday night with the show going on at Thunder Mountain. Thinking about doing some sort of watch along. I won't be able to obviously show the race on here because there's all types of copyright stuff and we don't want to get sued. But we'll have the live. We can have the live rundown on here so we can all watch it. Pretty sure I can use the audio. But while you guys are watching it, you can watch it along with me as well, and we can talk about what's going on in the racing at Thunder Mountain. Again, kind of tentative on that. We might just stick. I'm going to do results from the week prior, like we do every week. But yeah. So speaking of the Super Dirt Kart Series races, that's the plan. To do some pre-race stuff for the race at Wheatsport on Sunday. And then Monday, do the same Monday Night Live show that you see every week, that you guys are nice enough and cool enough to come in and join me. We'll do some of that and then lead into a watch along for the Thunder Mountain race. I hope we can get it to work out. But like I said, I will post about it in the days leading up. But that's the plan. The pre-race on Sunday is something that really seems like a lot of fun. I think we can have a really good time with that. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Get into some of the local results around here. Let's see. A lot of rainouts. Williams Grove. Let's see. They rained out. Ooh, exciting. Port Royal Speedway got their racing in. Anthony Macri would pick up the win at Port Royal. There's Anthony in Victory Lane. Lincoln Speedway, Freddie Raymer would pick up the win over at Lincoln. And we had BAPS with Troy Wagman Jr. picking up the win at BAPS in the 27 car. The Hafner 27. Good looking ride. Let's see. Good evening. How's it going? Hello, watching from Champlain. Hello, Mike. Mother Nature will ruin that again. I hope not. Come on now. Lane of Legends rant. Yep, I'm getting the Lane of Legends here in just a minute. David, I think Mike will win Weedsport. Hey, we're right there with you. You plan on being in both of the one of those shows? Nice. All right, cool. Yeah. Macri barely won. I did see that it was a very close finish. Yes. You are right on there, Matt. Yeah. Let's see. Fonda on... What was that? Tuesday? No. Tuesday? When? Oh, wow. Got my dates mixed up here. Fonda ran the River Rage with the 358 modifieds. Ronnie Johnson would pick up the win over Bobby Hackle and Chris Curtis. There's Ronnie in Victory Lane. Getting that Fonda race in earlier in the week. Airborne would run on Thursday with Felix Waugh picking up the win over Tanner Siemens, Justin Stone, David Herbert, and Danny Gagne? I know is that French, right? At Airborne Speedway Park. Our very own Mike Mahaney would finish 6th. I hard ran 6th, if I might add. Like, dang. If you watch the video from Thursday night at Airborne, whoo, Mike was working hard. That's probably the hardest fought 6th he's had in a long time. Accord. Bobby Hackle would pick up the win at Accord on Friday over Jimmy Wells, Anthony Perego, Danny Creedon, and Cody Higbee. Albany Saratoga would get in their race with Matt DiLorenzo picking up the win over Mike Mahaney. Mike, again, another hard race, man. Right there. So good for Mike to pick up second place over at Albany. Matt DiLorenzo would pick up the win there. Pencan, Kevin Hartnett would pick up the win over Justin Holland and Brian Puckett. Over at the Pencan Speedway. Outlaw Speedway was won by Bobby Varon over Alex Payne and Tyler Seary. Michael Maresca and Jeffrey Doherty would round out the top 5. Can-Am was won by Tim Fuller over Remington Ham. Billy Dunn round out the podium there over at Can-Am Speedway. Brewerton was won by Jimmy Phelps over Alan Fink and Larry White. Alex Yankowski and Matt Shepard rounding out the top 5 there at Brewerton Speedway. So congrats to Jimmy Phelps right there. Thunder Mountain would go to Darren Smith over Jimmy Zacharias and Brett Tonkin over at Thunder Mountain Speedway. Merrittville was won by James Friesen over Pete Bicknell and Mike Bowman, rounding out the podium there in Merrittville. And then Land of Legends was won by Matt Williamson over Alex Payne and Justin Ayers. Peter Britton and Kyle Coffey will round out the top 5 over at Land of Legends in Canandaigua. And then, Bridgeport Speedway. Billy Pauch Jr. would pick up the win over Bridgeport Speedway on Saturday night. Like that little dun-dun-dun-dun. Unnecessary dun-dun-dun-dun. Heck of a race for Billy. I still haven't watched the highlights. Gotta watch the highlights. And then last night, Big Diamond Speedway would get some racing in. They ran down on Friday, but they ran yesterday on Sunday. Rick Laubach would pick up the win at Big Diamond Speedway. Billy finished 22nd. Didn't even take the green flag. He kicked the wheels off of turn 4 and was in a wreck. It was a rough one. Let's see. Anthony Macri won by half a bumper. Good racing up there. All right. Let's give you guys the schedule coming up here for the Dirt Track Untold team and drivers. Busy week ahead. Billy Jr. and BP3 will be at Kutztown, Action Track USA, Wednesday. And Thursday, Mike will be back at Airborne Park Speedway, sorry. Then Mike will be at Albany, Saratoga on Friday. And then he's going to be at Devil's Bowl on Saturday. So Devil's Bowl for Mike on Saturday. Billy will be Bridgeport on Saturday. Sunday, you will see Billy Jr. and BP3 at the Pagoda Motorsports Complex. It says Pagoda Raceway, but I forget what it's actually called. Running the Speedster and the Slingshot. Mike will also obviously be running on Sunday as well at Weed Sport, like we talked about. And then Mike will be running Thunder Mountain on Monday. So lots and lots of racing for everybody this upcoming Memorial Day weekend. Lots going on. Lots going on. Leave that up there for you guys to take a gander at. I'm actually gonna make it a little bit bigger. I don't know how it looks on the screen. Cover my head up a little bit. There we go. So lots of racing coming up for everybody this upcoming weekend. Anybody going to be at any racetracks that we got listed here? Anybody going to Kutztown? Anybody going to Albany? Let's see. I got all that stuff. Ba-da-ba-ba. Tomorrow, a new Dirt Track Confessions podcast will be dropping with Mandee on the podcast platforms. So it'll be dropping at 5 p.m. Eastern on all the podcast platforms. Another guest joining Mandee on Dirt Track Confessions. So check that out tomorrow. Let's see here. I do have a new, I didn't do one recently. I didn't do one the last week, or I might not even done the last 2 weeks, but I got a cool one. I usually do an on this day, but this one was too good to pass up. We're going to do an on this week. So on this week, May 16th, so it would have been 3 days ago, May 16th of 1992, the winner of the small block race at Fulton Speedway was, can anybody guess who won May 16th of 92 at Fulton Speedway? It was Jim Mahaney. Jim Mahaney would pick up the win at Fulton Speedway May 16th. So on this week, May 16th of 92, Jim Mahaney picking up the win at Fulton. So Jim, congrats on the win back in 92. Had to get you in there at some point, bud. Reminder that the Pauch Racing Open House will be happening July 20th. More details will be coming out on that as we get closer to the event, but July 20th, mark your calendars. Come on out, see the drivers and the stars of the Dirt Track Untold world. You also will see plenty of other race car drivers there. It's an event that all of us like to go to. I say us. But everybody likes to go and hang out, talk racing, check out the race cars, hang out with other racing people. And the Dirt Track Untold team will be excited to welcome all of you to the Pauch Racing compound for the Pauch Racing Open House, July 20th. Merch, there's always merch. The merch is now out. You got Billy's new merch on the Bob Hilbert website, Mike's merch on his website, MikeMahaney.com, and the DTU merch on DirtTrackUntold.com. Check it out. Wearing some merch right here, my Dirt Track Untold shirt. That is where you can find the merchandise. No problem, Jim. I had seen your name while I was scouring through some stuff weeks ago. I said, I got to bring that one in there. Let's see here. Yeah, where's everybody going this week? Matt, you are heading to Grandview Tuesday. Let's see, Matt's going to Grandview Tuesday, New Egypt Saturday, and Port Royal Sunday. Yeah. I would love to be hitting up the racetracks like that. I wouldn't mind going to Grandview again. My wife and I had a lot of fun going to Grandview for Thunder on the Hill shows in the past. A lot of really good racing. I'm sure the High Limit Series will be no different when they head there tomorrow. New Egypt on Saturday. Might see a surprise on Saturday at New Egypt. That's all I'm going to say. Not going to say anything else. Might be surprised. Might be a few surprises when people show up to New Egypt on Saturday. Let's see here. Oh, I want to watch. Let's do this. Let's do this real quick. We're gonna watch Billy win this feature at Bridgeport. I'm gonna pull up the vlog video. We're gonna watch some of it. We're doing it live. Hang on. Oh boy, there we go. We don't need that loud. Let's full screen this stuff. Let's do it. Hang on tight here, everybody. Been a while since I've done. Okay, so we gotta go this. Oh yeah. All right, we're cooking with gas now. All right, we'll just go with that. I can be smaller. Let's do that. Let's make me smaller. Let's play it while we're doing that. Turn the volume up a little bit. Maybe get a little bit of the action here.
On the races, we got a night tonight at Bridgeport for the black #1 car. Let's see what we got on this. See what we're gonna roll with, and have a little fun tonight. You know, it's always good to come to Bridgeport. We like Bridgeport. You know.
This whole wall was packed with fans, car counts, yeah, but Turkey Derby capacity crowds. Really, for wall, that's good. That's good to hear. Yeah, can you stop cursing, Billy? Come on. Come on. Nobody gets to hang loose on anymore, dude. Come on. Nobody does that anymore. They hate me after this. Let's see, we'll watch them run warm-ups here, and then we'll kind of move through it a little bit. Yeah, just making sure. I don't know what's going on audio-wise now, so don't mind me if I'm messing around with audio stuff. Hey, there's Phil Bob.
No, it's good. I'm good with that.
It's my dad threatening him. He didn't like something he did.
It kept driving off straight. If he wasn't in my way, I'd turn a 6. You know, big block can turn a 4 right now. You know, like don't decipher that. But I think spec-wise, I think we're just as good as we need to be. Yeah, like I said, it looked like come off the 4 nice and straight. Yep, perfect. We're coming off. No, straight. Little tight one lap, 1, 3, and 4, but otherwise we're pretty good. Okay. Well, he was racing around.
I would have came over and said hello earlier, but someone's got me too busy. You know, I didn't want to be rude.
He's the hardest working guy I know.
Quite the group there. That's right, crew chief found the magic. Now I'll never get my crew chief back if I get another car.
Jr. in the Izzy Trucking Raggy 24 car. He'll take over spot number 2. Pauch puts a nose down on the inside. Sammy March, the junior edition, puts it over.
Wondering what motor Creation had? 595 motor? I don't know anything about that. Oh. I don't know anything about that. Track looks pretty hooked up. There, enough of that, Billy.
Just down it.
Let's say you're not on the chip that.
No.
You know
No,
what I'm saying?
no,
Slow,
it's
not
a,
that high.
yeah, no, it's not
Okay.
that high.
No, I just
It's like a blurber though. You know what I mean?
Is that before the class?
Down the straightaway.
put a full plug just to see.
Yeah, it's full plug. You can give her a hand. I'm gonna go watch this last heat in a minute.
So how to feel? I mean,
It felt good.
it looks good. I
It
mean,
feels fucking. Like I don't even know what I want to back
Stop
up.
cursing, Billy. Come on, man.
well,
You're on camera all the time.
Really do, you
Think
know?
about doing.
I mean, I don't. There's actually the carburetor burble. I thought the fucker was good.
Okay.
Seriously, come on. It's a kid's show.
Great as a fucking arrow, you know?
It almost looked like the one time you had to put the wheel
A
in.
little wheel, I was almost a little tight off, you know? I mean, I just got to drive hard to the front. That's all it really is. You know, it's like you get stuck back there and you're like, all right, which way to go? And
There's no time for lollygagging.
I just
You
find
gotta-
marks
Unbelievable.
towards the middle or bottom, and I
Can't-
go right the fuck around the outside.
Can't hold him back. Unreal.
And then he kind of got.
Unreal.
He got up there. He kind of got down to you again.
Yeah.
Then he dribbled. It was
Unbelievable.
It was
Well, I
like
followed
once you passed him, he started racing.
Who was filming the DTU? Brandon Kroll, I think, is part of the team now. So
25 laps is sportsman over.
shout out to Brandon for
Just like it is right now. Really. Because really, it looks dry and dusty.
filming the action over here behind the scenes at Bridgeport.
Oh, well, we went 7th to 4th in that heat race. It was kind of interesting, right? You know, kind of struggling, kind of got rolling on the top, and then me and Kevin kind of met there, one to go. And
Yes, Brandon does a good job.
Still there, and you can't see when you slide here, but that's part of this place or whatnot. But we had a really, really strong piece there. And see if we can
Nothing
drive the
against
car.
anybody that's in the video in this little bit here, but I'm going to skip ahead. Yes, yeah, his drone stuff, really cool, and he posts it like day of when he's at the racetrack. Pretty cool.
Cozy fires, brings that back down on a turn number 4 this time. Cozy, the Harry's U-Pulse 44 car. Back in that command, he goes right now. March Jr.'s on the inside. Cozy waving bye-bye. Now the back straightaway this time puts himself back into the number 1 slot. It's going to be Sammy March Jr. in there for spot number 2.
Dusty.
On the inside right now aboard the BK Trucking 51 car for spot number 3. Then Manning is 4th, and here comes the kids kid, Billy Pauch Jr. Pauch running his way down to the inside, working down the back straightaway. Pauch in spot number 5. Lasowski is 6th. Brandon Grosso back there in spot number 7. Justin Grosso's on the
Just
inside.
Dusty in the pack.
In spot number 8, Tanner Van Doren, spot number 9 right now. Experience drops off those 2 drivers. Here we come on a turn number 4. Cozy back into command seat. A little bit of pump of smoke came out of March's car, and there's Creachin right there. March right back down to the inside, driving past Creachin. He knows he's got somebody chasing him down the hallway. It's the kid's kid, Billy Pauch Jr.
Just those runs down the hill, man. You can't beat him.
Champion up to the number 4 spot. He travels this time. Then Brandon Grosso. Grosso into the number 5 spot. Brandon Grosso now 5th. Roger Manning 6th. Wasowski's on the Grosso's. Justin
here,
5th.
but-
6th is Brandon.
Let's get to the end run here.
March Jr. goes way up the banking down the back straightaway.
Billy was kind of stalking him for a while, looks like.
March on the high side. Pauch Jr. on the inside this time. They work side by side on a turn number 4. March a little bit quicker down the straight then. Pauch was that time. Creachin right back there in slot number 3. Brandon Grosso 4th. Justin Grosso 5th. Pauch takes him with a drafting partner down across
3 to
the
go.
line again.
Okay.
Top 2 drivers locked in toward battle for that number 1 position. Coming up on 2 laps to go. 2 to go. Next time by. It's not over yet. Pauch went strong into the turn that time. Pauch on the inside. March wave bye-bye coming out of 4. Pauch still works to the
I'm
inside.
surprised that he was
Pauch
running.
he's off the road.
Yeah, see, like he's running kind of low, but he was making ground there, running lower on him.
Here comes Pauch.
There you go.
Slide job,
Through a slider.
slip lanes on a turn number
Oh, so that's the white flag lap. Sammy fought back there, but Billy made the right moves at the right time. Good stuff, Bill. Nice job. 2 blown motors in the mods there Saturday? Yeah. Okay. Wow. Place is rough on motors.
Track champion in 2024 climbs from the office in the Marvel's #1 car. Track champion Billy coming out of 2. Second, going into 3.
Steven, hey, how you doing?
I don't know. I was so good through the center down here, and he was starting to hang at the end of the race, and thought I kind of gave it away, but I tried to run Sammy as clean as I could there. It was a really good race, and thought I kind of gave
Sammy's
up on
tire
myself
was
when I
shot.
started there, but these guys work hard, man. Phil, Shane, Todd, Scotty, Art, Chad, Tracy, everyone that came today, right? These Larry Sprinkler, Marvels, just it takes a lot, man. We've been knocking on the door all year. We've really had cars. Just kind of played the rule funky for a little bit here early in the year, and just happy to get a win here tonight. Doug Rose does a lot for the sport, and it doesn't go unnoticed, and I appreciate it, and thank you all for coming. Oh yeah, they came out right. I was good in the middle. He was starting to hang, and I was so good in the middle.
Warmed up the motor through the fuel pressure, though the fuel pressure was low. He said it was fine after warm-ups. He said the pressure was low, so I told him I was going to punch him. I know, that's what you were telling him. Okay. Fair enough.
Like, I literally thought to myself, I can't fucking wreck him. I can't wreck him. And I know you hate to lose, but it's all good, buddy. Thanks, Ed.
You got to stay.
Yeah, exactly.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Any better, Ed?
Awesome. What?
Any better?
A lot better, he said.
Literally, you should have been 2 seconds in the first last 3 weeks. Maybe in a couple wins if I would have tucked down.
If you go back to my notes, going from 10th to 1st, this is the most cars we passed all year.
Yeah.
Hands
A
down.
lot of it, though, I'll be honest with you, was the restarts. Like, restarts are everything.
You were
When you
right
string
spot.
out here,
I'm just glad you were on the bottom after, what's his name, Neil blew up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Neil blew up. Okay.
And then you had Cozy when he was still trapping the Cozy.
He
I got tired.
Yeah. You know what happened there? The start. Man, he put in here really slow.
Yeah.
I thought they were all gonna follow up.
I thought they were going to call back. I was like, oh,
I
thank God.
saw you kind of dive down. I saw fucking dive Cozy, but I don't think he finished the race.
What happened to Cozy? Probably got tired. Hey, right? Come on now.
Did you say anything about the group?
No, he didn't. Was he good?
Congratulations, everybody. Hey,
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
See, Don.
Great move.
I
Great
know,
move in the
thanks,
end
buddy.
there. It's good stuff.
I'm not bad.
Congratulations, guys. Yeah. When the pressure's on, I can handle it.
Out there, and I was
Nice hair, Bill.
kind of gave it away, to be honest with you. I was just getting hanging, and kind of switched my lane up. Man, that thing dug in pretty good and took off. I was just,
Good stuff there, guy.
started 10th.
Good racing.
Beat myself up a little bit coming through, but just very happy for these guys. We were, everyone.
Good racing. Good to see Billy finally get a win. Matched Avery in the win department, so now it's Avery and Billy with 1 apiece. So that's good. Oh man, good stuff. Let's see. We're gonna end with. I'm gonna have to pull them over. Oh boy. Let's see. Go back to this. There's me. There I be. Let's see here. We're gonna end with make myself bigger again, even though I don't need to be. Let's see here. We got some big wrecks that everyone was sending me, tagging me in. So we got to watch a couple here.
Stay with him. He's had a bit of an issue.
First one. Late models. I didn't write the speedways down, but big upside down wreck there. This was I don't remember what series this was. But just somebody was saying that he had a right rear flat. He had a right rear go down, but I looked in the video, the right rear tire was still up when he was sitting here. So I think he just caught the cushion and went for a ride. Now the next one, this one, everybody was sending this one to me. This is a slider gone wrong. Whoo, boy. That guy on the inside just said, I don't care what these boys on the outside are doing. I'm just going to take all of this and shove them both into the tires on the outside of the racetrack and destroy both of their race cars. God dang, man. That is rough. That is rough. Holy smokes. Those guys are racing, sliding each other. This guy just comes in and cleans them both out. Oof. Questionable restart, shuffled Cozy back, and he dropped to the back and eventually pulled off. Gotcha. All right. Gotcha. And then the last one here. So yeah, that's a rough one. This one is what happens when they say that the track is good and we're gonna go racing, and there's no rain in the area, and they throw the green flag, and everybody, it starts racing. We had one of these happen last year. My first feature back last year. Was the dirt car show at New Egypt. We had a restart, like lap 6 or 7. Everybody, we're driving down the backstretch. All of a sudden, I feel a couple drops hit my shield, and I'm looking around, and I said, well, nobody else is slowing down, so I guess we're all going to do this right now. And sure enough, we all hauled off into turn 1, and everybody drifted up towards the wall, and I got cleaned out by somebody. It was not fun, but yep, these guys all started spinning out in the straightaway, running straight. Not fun. Not fun to be in that kind of situation. They tore up some race cars. Sorry, this is asphalt stuff. Everybody doesn't want to see. This is a dirt area, but seeing the foam blocks fly up in the air like that, it reminded me of my younger days going to watch the races at Flemington. That was a doozy. All right, everybody. Well, that's going to be it for me. We're past the hour mark here. I don't want to keep anybody too long here. Appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out and kind of going along with me on this kind of roller coaster ride here tonight. Just kind of testing a few things out. Get my video audio stuff figured out as we go along here. But appreciate everybody stopping by. Make sure I'd appreciate if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you like the video. That helps us out a lot. But yeah, we'll be back. Look for updates over the next couple days. What we got going on for Sunday and Monday. A couple different things. We're gonna try some different stuff. See how everybody likes it. And hang out with everybody in a little bit different capacity on here. But again, appreciate you guys all coming out. There's a lot of racing this weekend. Head out to your local racetrack. If you can't be at a local racetrack, check it out, whether it's on some type of streaming service. And then come back. We're going to be doing a pre-race on Sunday and another Monday Night Live on Monday. Do some different things. Come hang out with me. But thank you guys. And we'll see you all next time. And hopefully see you at the racetrack soon. All right. Have a good night. See you later. Bye.